Hello, Patty Wax. Sorry to hear about your mom. Miker, howdy. So, Bam is still in the hospital. He was hoping to come home the other day, I guess, or soon, but I'm not sure if it was Friday night or Saturday, but anyway, he had a stroke or a heart attack, mild. He's okay. He went for a CAT scan or a CT scan or something. But he's in the Twitch room, and he's posting and stuff. He seems okay, but damn, I was worried about that. Sean Bamboo Kane, you remember Bam? He's in the Twitch stream most of the time. He used to always be in our YouTube chats before we went over to Twitch. Anyway, he's okay, but he's going to still be in the hospital for a bit, and he's frustrated because it's one of those government-run hospitals, and they're not very efficient. He said they're very disorganized, and the food sucks. I told him we'd get Dave to bring him some sandwiches. Yeah, I told him you were gonna haunt his hospital room. Hey, Steph, how are you doing? You got the stitches out now. Have you been exercising, putting weight on it and stuff? I will, Patty. Thank you. I'm sending him a special care package. It will take a bit. I have to wait till my next deposit because I have to make the purchase here and then send it there, and postage to Australia is a lot. Otherwise, I was going to send him, order something in Australia to be delivered to him, and then that would have just gone directly to him without me being a middleman. But he said he'd rather have a Canadian get well package. I did that last time. I sent him a nice care package, and he appreciated it. So I hope this one will get to him, and he'll feel better with some gummies, some Canadian special chewy candies. TV2, oh, thank you. I'm starting to blend into my backgrounds when I go in front of my when I go on my Canadian drain background. I really blend in. But we Canadians are good at blending in, eh? Hey, Jim. Rye whiskey and maple syrup. Yeah, get well soon. But not Canadian. No, wait a minute. Is it Canadian Club? Or which one was it that Doug Ford poured out? I think it was Canadian. Jim, help me out. The one that makes Crown Royal. Crown Royal. They're not really Canadian anymore. I think they're made in France or something. I think there's some, anyway. Oh yes, right. Thanks for the reminder, Patty. Live at 9 Central. Ooh, Canadian Mist. Yeah. But we can't drink Crown Royal anymore, apparently. Thanks, Doug Ford, for telling us all about it. Crown Royal. Doug Ford. Ford doubles down on pulling Crown Royal off of LCBO shelves. That's the Liquor Control Board of Ontario. In response to Ontario bottling plant closure. Doug Ford doubled down on his threat to remove Crown Royal from LCBO shelves if the plan to shut down its bottling facility in southwest Ontario moves ahead next year. A message to all the bigwigs at Diageo. I swear to God, those bottles of Crown Royal are coming off the LCBO shelves. When the last person walks out through that door, we're going to make sure LCBO takes off their brands because we need to stick together. So Ford said during a reunion rally in Brampton. This is the first time the Premier has publicly declared how his government will respond to the impending closure of the Amherstburg bottling plant. Ford previously said Diageo would face consequences, but never elaborated further. Diageo, which also owns dozens of other well-known brands, including Johnnie Walker, Guinness, Baileys, Smirnoff, and Captain Morgan, announced in August that it was closing the bottling plant, saying it was part of a plan to streamline its North American supply chain. Nearly 200 people work at the facility, which has been operating for nearly a century. The company added that it was a difficult decision and maintained that Crown Royal would still be mashed, distilled, and aged in Canada. Diageo also noted that the company will continue to have a presence in Canada, including their Canadian headquarters and warehouse operations in the Greater Toronto area. Following the announcement of the closure, here's a bottle of whiskey. My tab's running away with me. You're streaming too, TV2? All right. At 8 Eastern, so right after my stream. Are you covering the protest, or are you just doing a regular stream? So today in Canada is Red Dress Day to honor the missing and murdered Indigenous women. And last week was Truth and Reconciliation and Orange Shirt Day for the survivors and victims of the Canadian residential schools that disappeared them. I have a video coming out on political Canadian drain, but Doug had a problem or something with when he was downloading. He's working on it though. Kind of almost too late, but there was other stuff going on. So let me see. Missing and murdered Indigenous women. See what there's been going on today or this weekend. Hang on. Oh, you can't drink whiskey? I can't do bourbon. There's very few whiskeys I really, I enjoy. Most of them are rye. Okay. Oh, it's not a. Why isn't it playing? That's weird. Well, there's lots of documentaries. Highway of Tears.
Hello, fellow humans. I just wanted to put a call out to our Indigenous brothers and sisters on this Truth and Reconciliation Day in Canada. And I do not want to forget about our Indigenous brothers and sisters in the U.S. Hello, fellow humans. I just wanted to
Nothing today.
This is not just about statistics. We have to remember the humanity of these women. We have to tell their stories.
Say your name. Say your name.
So often, when people are talking about MMIW issues and the crisis, they talk about statistics. And while the numbers are atrocious and important to talk about, it tends to dehumanize the actual individuals and the families that this is affecting. A few years ago, I was attending a vigil and sitting with a mother of a murdered teenager. And I felt very useless and hopeless in the situation. And I asked her, what can I do to help? I'm not missing anyone. I'm not necessarily part of the community in the same way, but what could I do to help her and her family? And she said, showing up. Just continue to show up. Continue to say my daughter's name. Continue to talk about the women in our community who are missing, who have been murdered, who have yet to find justice. That's what you can do, and tell other people to show up. And so I made a promise to her that I will always, always say Aisha's name. I will always tell her story, and I will always show up. And so to the very best of my ability, that's what I'm doing. And this year at the NATE Symposium, I had the opportunity to fulfill that promise in a different way by working with some of my friends and colleagues in the NATE's community to put together a display where people can interact with the stories of the women who are missing and learn about the statistics. Inadvertently, one of the stories we featured this year at the symposium was the family member of someone in our community. And they came up to me afterwards and were moved beyond words that we would remember their cousin, that we would tell her story, that we would say her name, even though to us we didn't know the connection, but someone remembered her name and someone humanized her and someone told her story, not just of the tragic thing that happened, but that she had a favorite tree at the end of her driveway that she liked to sit in. And that was part of what we wanted to do, was humanize the women whose stories we told. Remind people that they were full, loving, lovely people who are missed by a community. The enormous scale of murdered and missing Indigenous women and girls can be overwhelming, and we can't forget the number. We also have to remember the faces. We have to remember the children, the mothers, the daughters, the women that our communities are missing, whose wisdom and laughter and warmth we don't feel anymore because they've been taken from us. This is why telling these stories is so important. And so while we learn the statistics, let us never forget their names, never forget their faces, never forget their loved ones who are still holding on to hope that there will be justice served, that the rest of the world will remember that this person existed and mattered. And that's part of why we did what we did this year at Symposium, by telling the stories of murdered and missing Indigenous women and girls.
Yeah, not to be a downer, but it's important to remember. And the children that were disappeared and stripped of their heritage, of their identity, their language, everything. They scrubbed the Indian out of the child. They beat the Indian out of the child. And if they didn't beat the Indian out of the child died. Or they were horrible, horrible places. And in Canada, right up until the 70s. And so now that we're finally just starting to acknowledge what really happened, the truth and reconciliation, and seeing some of it start to actually blossom, and there's still a lot of problems with treaties and land and water rights, but at least we're talking about those children and finding those graves, those unmarked sites, and recovering them. But seeing what's going on now in the States, where they're taking brown and black children out of their beds and zip tying them and disappearing a lot of them too. It's soul crushing. I can't stand it. So, hey B, Aaron, Jim, Stephanie, Mac, TV2, Patty Whack. Did I say Jim? Anyway, all of you, thanks for being here. Yes. Right on, B. The Education of Little Tree, a movie about the Indian schools. Yeah, drag them into the streets half dressed or not at all. And then, making them stay out there in the cold for hours. It's beyond cruelty. It's beyond senseless. Movie rights? Wait a minute, I missed something, Mac. Did you get another story out there? Miker, I didn't say hello. You've been selling copies of Party at the Store. Okay, yeah, well, that would be a great little movie. Oh, the Pappy and Chum series on YouTube will be great. So fun. I'm not really warmed up to play. There's no heaven. Easy if you try. To help it over from a sunny sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Oh, oh. Imagine there's no countries. Isn't hard to do. For and then they kill die for no religion to imagine all the people sharing all the world. Oh fuck, have I ever fucked that one up? I'm trying to do a more hardcore version of Imagine. And I'm fucking it up. peace, peace. Fuck it. Singing and playing is a challenge. Yeah, I don't do it enough in my living room to start now. Usually I just sort of mutter the song. I think someone used to send Trump the I'm just a Bill video. Today he said anyone who burns an American flag goes. He also said he wrote a book that where he wrote about Osama bin Laden before 9/11 happened, but he can't remember which book it was. I don't remember the title. It doesn't matter. I wrote about it. Remember, Pete? I told Hanks about Osama bin Laden, and I was president in 2016, and he's completely off script and everything else, fantasizing and fabricating. But I was pissed off to see so many of the sailors in the crowd cheering and clapping and laughing. I had better hopes for them after the silence of the generals. Good band name? The silence of the generals. Ooh, smooth. Steph needs to get her passport renewed. You don't drive, so it's your ID. Haven't used it for travel yet? Yeah, I don't have a driver's license. I have a provincial health card with my photo on it, and it passes as ID around here. I have a passport too when I travel. I just got it renewed. Damn it. That was that just last year, or has it been nearly 2 years now? It'll be 2 years in June. I was supposed to go to Gurin, my Twitch partner's wedding in Turkey, and be a special guest at a real Turkish wedding. And I planned it all out and booked my flight and then checked my passport, and it was fucking expired. And I couldn't get it done quickly enough. So I had to fucking eat the cost and didn't get to go and all that stuff. Poo. Poo, poo, poo. But I've recovered from that trauma. Yeah, I said the same thing a few weeks ago about the flag. Yeah. And who's doing it anyway? I don't see anyone out there, building bonfires of American flags. Jim. How do you pin the comments on? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. So is there anything fun? Oh, 420. I'll hit it again. You guys got anything fun to share with me? Ooh, seismic alert in northern Canada. Tintina fault concerns experts 2 days ago. This isn't fun, but I didn't see this before. TV2. No. I don't need a band, thanks. What the hell? Hang on. do. Oops, Parkman's not showing. See you there.
Using cutting-edge technology, including ultra-high-resolution satellite imagery and LiDAR systems capable of penetrating through dense vegetation, researchers found disturbing evidence hidden in the terrain. Subtle marks on the surface, known as scarps, revealed that significant earthquakes occurred in this region in a geologically recent past. These scars in the soil tell a story of tectonic violence that happened between 2,600 years and 132,000 years ago, numbers that may seem distant to us, but in geological terms represent practically yesterday. The discovery was originally published by the journal Geophysical Research Letters and gained international prominence through Science Alert, alerting the scientific world to a danger that was being completely ignored. The most alarming aspect of this discovery is not just the fact that the Tintina Fault has already produced large earthquakes in the past, but rather what has not happened in the last 12,000 years. The total absence of significant seismic activity during this period is not cause for celebration. On the contrary, it is the most concerning sign of all. While the fault remains in apparent silence, immense forces continue to accumulate in its depths. According to scientists' estimates, tension has been growing slowly at a rate of 0.008 to 0.03 inches, 0.2 to 0.8 millimeters per year, almost imperceptible to any casual observer, but constant and relentless as the passage of time. During these thousands of years of quietude, the fault should have released approximately 19.7 feet, 6 meters of displacement. But this never happened. All this pent-up energy remains there, waiting for the moment to be released catastrophically. Experts warn that when this release occurs, and it's no longer a question of if, but when, the result could be an earthquake with a magnitude greater than 7.5 on the Richter scale. To have an idea of the potential destruction, we're talking about an event comparable to the great historical earthquakes that devastated entire cities around the world. The Tintina Fault has ceased to be a forgotten academic curiosity in geology books to become a real and immediate threat, a tectonic bomb hidden in the heart of Canada that few knew existed until now. The reassessment of the Tintina Fault was only possible thanks to technological advances that revolutionized how we study the planet. For decades, this region remained practically invisible to detailed analyses due to the density of boreal vegetation and the rugged terrain that characterized northern Canada. The thick forests and extreme climate made it impossible to observe small changes in the terrain surface, those crucial clues that indicate past tectonic movement. But everything changed when ultra-high-resolution satellite images and LiDAR data became widely available to the scientific community. This technological combination allowed researchers to see through the vegetation cover, revealing terrain details that remained hidden for millennia. What scientists found when analyzing this data was both surprising and disturbing. Small ruptures on the surface, almost invisible scars in the terrain began to appear in high-precision topographic maps. These scarps, which resemble subtle steps in the landscape, are unmistakable marks left by past seismic displacements. Although they seem insignificant at first glance, their presence confirms that the Tintina Fault was not completely inactive as previously thought. Each of these marks tells the story of an ancient earthquake, a powerful event,
Okay, well, let's see if
but without being able to release the main load that continues to accumulate in the depths of the crust. Each small in safety. But science teaches us that long periods of inactivity can point to exactly the opposite, a silent and dangerous accumulation of energy that eventually needs to be released. When this release finally occurs, the energy may be discharged suddenly and violently, causing dramatic ruptures and seismic waves that will propagate for hundreds of miles, affecting areas far beyond the epicenter. Is northern Canada prepared to face this approaching reality? If you found this content valuable and want to stay informed,
yeah, we've been overdue on the coast as well. The plate. I'm stoned. Which plate is it? The tectonic plate. Fuck. Canada's west coast is defined by interactions between the Pacific Plate, the Juan de Fuca Plate, yeah, I think that's what I was thinking of, and the North American Plate. The Queen Charlotte Fault marks a transform boundary. Okay. Yeah, we've been overdue for a couple of big shakeups. Well, not much I can do about that. Prepare for the big one. The rapture. The earth will swallow us up. The flood, the great flood. how did I pin my link to the top of the chat? Oh, I just where it goes, where you go to invite guests to studio. It's a plus sign and a little person. You click on that, and then you get a link, and you just copy it, and then you go to your YouTube channel and paste it in the YouTube chat and pin it there. I might end up with premium oceanfront. Yes. I'm just glad we didn't move to Vancouver Island. My mom really, really wanted us to move there a couple of years ago too, but nope. Aaron's got something for us. Hang on, I gotta jump over to YouTube to grab it. Hi, Fergus. Hello. Okay. Oh yeah, and I was gonna grab Steph's pics too. And I will show Aaron first here. Fergus. He's gonna play the ukulele for us. Yeah. Gentle. Fuck, hang on. I just fucked it up again. Here, you play. You can play. Hey. Yeah. Gentle. Don't bite it. Just pluck. No, don't. You're biting too hard. Yeah, you just go like that. Okay, well. Now, hang on. I got your link. I just gotta get the screen set up here. Distracted by cat.
I'm out here trying to get to our squirrel.
Oh.
See how close I can get to our squirrel friend here. There's a couple of them. There's one up there in that tree.
Is it a squirrel playground, or do you have a kid? Good squirrel playground.
He's right up there in that V-neck of that tree. Oh, digging for stuff in the lawn. Huh? Are you digging stuff in the lawn? Are ya? Are you digging for stuff in the lawn? Are you? I think this is about as close as I want to get. Otherwise. You know. Is that your friend up there in the tree? Huh? Oh. See, he can't get too close. He's really jittery. He or she. Oh, I'm not going to hurt you. No. Yeah, he's really jittery. We're living back here, but I don't think that's probably where they want to go up here. Make their nest up in the tree. Out here grilling in September. Who would have thought that? Grilling in September. Almost 80 degrees today.
Ooh, yummy. Looks good, Aaron. Okay, P.
80 degrees today. Good time to grill. Got some boneless pork ribs on the grill today.
There's nuts under the slide.
With hickory brown sugar rub.
That sounds good, Aaron.
You'll have to pardon the smoke. We haven't cleaned this grill in a while because it's a little different. It's electric, but I know it's like sacrilege.
Yes, I'd like to get me one of those.
Grill.
Actually.
No.
A little
I lost my
electric grill.
seasoning packets. Oh, there they are. Oh! This stuff don't shake easily, it pours. Of course, then you got the flame. Figures. This morning it was foggy and like 52. Unbelievably soupy. Yeah, some other stuff. I'm hungry for stuff grilled out right now. I'm going to town over there on that grass. Sorry, I had to enlarge my. That's going to be greenies. I'll get out. So let me go back to where we were. Beautiful day.
President James.
Sounds like there's other.
Oh, that's a nice.
The other squirrel is up there somewhere. It was in
your
that little
wife, well, significant
V.
other. Very nice.
Less conducive to be around.
Yes, the Blue Jays fucking Yankees.
Sitting up there, that's like Alexa.
I don't
really
care
likes
at all about baseball. But
area
Blue
to
Jays. What a perfect way to spend your
Nice day to be
day,
outside.
Aaron. Squirrels, the Barbie, the birds singing, the blue sky. Just about perfect.
Beautiful. Run.
Well, cheers.
Oh. Anyway, I want to show our friend squirrels, but the other one likes to hide.
Down on the chud chats, hiding from Jim.
I'll find it eventually. It'll come out.
He's hiding from everyone.
I'm out here trying to get to
Bad losers.
our squirrel. See how close I can get to our squirrel.
Whoops, is it replaying?
Friend here.
It's replaying, okay. Let me look for Stephanie's photos in my email. Okay. No. I can't increase the size. Oh, there. It's just slow. Very nice. Is it a full globe or is it just like a bubble? And is that paint or decoupage? I really like that. Bill! Good googly moogly Teddy's barking at everything today. Okay, it's like a bubble. Like, okay, very nice. I like that a lot. What are you doing with them again? Are you selling them? Or giving them away as gifts? Oh, that's sweet. I like those old-fashioned postcards. Where's the stamp from? Français. Droit de chambre? I can't read that word there. Huh. Nice. And the other side of the snow globe. Cool. It's in summer, so you got the seasons on either side. Or is this a different one? A separate one? You won't mention the bolts. Yeah, selling them on Whatnot? Whatnot, is that an app? Decoupage and molds. 2 different snow globes. Okay, gotcha. So Whatnot? What's Whatnot? P, how's your stuff doing on Poshmark? Oh, here it is. Whatnot, buy, sell, go live. Oh, cool. Yeah, Poshmark has a live, you can do auctions or whatever live. I haven't done that yet because my place is such a fucking mess. I don't want to do it that way. Me head first in a box or a bag full of shit. Here, I just pull something out. You want this? Hey, look at this piece of shit. You want it? But it'd be easier than taking multiple photographs of each item and then uploading them one by one, and blah, that takes a lot of time. So going live would be a faster way to get rid of a lot of your shit. So I keep meaning to like think about it seriously. I'd rather be distracted by the soap opera of the bullshit below us. Cool stuff. That's good. I'm glad you're getting that extra little bit of, well, it's something you enjoy and maybe make some money off it. That's great. We are all such a talented bunch. Even me sometimes. You're giving the wooden book boxes away as gifts. Was that what the second one was? Is that a box? Kind of hard to see or to... All right, okay, I see the spine now that I look at it closer. Very nice. Okay, I see it there. Yeah, and also with Poshmark, it's you have to mail them out within 7 days of a person purchasing them, and that's not so very hard. But it was a pain in the ass asking Mom to drive me all the time to mail one item. So I got to get better at finding a way to not be dependent on her driving me places. Oh, James has something for us. I'm sure it'll be worth the hunt. I have to go back to my channel. Hang on. Okay. Not sure about talented, Jim says. You failed grade 3 art class. And your skills have deteriorated. Oops.
Epstein files, please expose them completely. More denials out of style, now you're coming off weakly. What's in them so heinous you can't show? Prove you're no transgressor. Epstein files, yes, they'll haunt you forever. Epstein files,
style. Now you're coming off weakly. Wasn't there so heinous you can show? Prove you're no transgressor. Esteem hearts, esteem hearts, may they haunt you forever.
Good stuff. I still like my favorite parody, Electrical Canoe. This is my favorite, James.
Shark. Shark. Now in this boat there's a battery. Due to the weight we're starting to sink. 10 yards away is a great white. And now I don't have much time to think. Oh, would you pick a shark or choose electrical canoe? Which one would you desire? Would you pick a shark or choose electrical canoe? Which one would you desire? Begin with broke teleprompter, and you know that I'm really dumb. All of my stories, they wander, and so I'll choose this nautical one. Oh, would you pick a shark or choose electrical canoe? Which one would you desire? Would you pick a shark or choose electrical canoe? Which one would you desire?
10 yards away from the boat, 10 yards, or here. Do I get electrocuted? If the boat is sinking, water goes over the battery, the boat is sinking. Do I stay on top of the boat and get electrocuted? Or do I jump over by the shark and not get electrocuted? Because I will tell you, he didn't know the answer. He said, you know, nobody's ever asked me that question. I said, I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of electric current coming through that water. But you know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time.
Oh God, that one is my absolute all-time favorite. Would you pick a shark or choose electrical canoe? No one's ever asked that question. I think it's a good question. Oh. Hey, Paul, cheers. Oh, you're most welcome. Alrighty, well, it's about 5 minutes to go. Has anybody got a final hit for us to play? Oh, I'm just checking my suggestions. Oh, what's this one? Made in America. Hang on. A Trump song. Madame Bot. Let's see what this is. I have no idea what it is. Your phone is dying? Aw. Okay. Well, maybe we'll see you over on TV too once you get recharged. And then Pat.
I let the whistles go silent, let the iron go cold, for a story of a heartland that I bought and sold. I killed the lights on Main Street with a handshake and a grin. Then I built a brand new factory for the world to lose and me to win. I'll slap on the red, white, and blue with a hammer in my hand, and I'm fighting for the worker in this forgotten land. You're damn right, it's a trade war, and I've got a master plan, and the price is made in America, paid by the working man.
I don't like that style. I like the message, though. Okay, James has got another one. Let's check him out. Just a sec. Hold on. Good one, James. Oh, thank you for being here, everyone. Good crowd today. Team Sanity. Let's move on over to TV2 after a quick potty break. And Patty, you're at 9. What did you say, Central? So what time is that? My time? I don't know. I get so confused. What time is? So that'd be at 7 my time, and oh, I'm too high to figure it out. All right, see you later. Love you guys. Stay safe. Bye.